Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Welcome to the very first and hopefully the last community report video on this channel, where we address all the recent happenings in the MapleStory community. In this episode, we will cover MapleStory community manager fired, Nexon's silence after the Nero level 300 incident, and the revamped website has some interesting issues. Starting off this episode with community manager Vera being no longer employed by Nexon. Some context for this issue. MapleStory player Nero was supposed to be the very first Mapler ever to reach level 300. This was widely announced by Nexon, but in a crazy turn of events, he did not reach level 300 and instead voiced his opinion on what he feels is wrong with the game and logging off afterwards. Video link about that in the description below. Just a few days ago, community manager Vera had his own livestream on the MapleStory official channels, where he was asked repeatedly by the viewers about the Nero situation. To which he responded something along the lines of that he understands where Nero was coming from and that the feedback was passed along, as most staff members were aware of the event. However, Nexon has since removed that stream from their Twitch channel, the stream announcement has been deleted from the website, and Vera is no longer working for the company. Of course, we don't know the exact details and if the stream was the reason that he was fired, but it seems to be implied that yes, it was. And I feel like I'm speaking for most players in this video, but feel free to let me know if you have a different opinion in the comments. That's of course always welcome. That if this indeed was the reason to fire the community manager, this was done in a very poor taste, as for most in the community members their view, it was a pretty standard reply to the issues, like Vera wasn't saying anything crazy.
So yes, basically today I'm just casually playing. I probably need to make this a disclaimer every time I do a casual stream, as I do want to make this a regular thing, but this is the first of many. That of course, because I'm just casually playing the game, there's not going to be any specific like updates or announcements or anything on this stream. So if you guys are asking about Apprentice Familiars, I just don't really have any updates on stuff like that. If we did have something worthy of an announcement, we would make a web post about it or announce it in the update preview stream, but I'm still pushing for them, don't worry, okay? I'm every day, constant, that's like top priority for me.
So that firing the CM for this reason would make the company look even worse. The last two community managers were both fired within a year, which also makes it look like there are some other issues playing here. And I want to put the finger on the sore spot here, as this also ties into my next point, which is the lack of response of any kind on the whole Nero situation, where he did not reach level 300 but instead voiced his complaints. I think Nexon fails to understand that these things will keep happening. Last year it was my video that got 200+ views, this year it's Nero's. The reason why these players are doing this is because there is no clear communication. And I don't mean clear communication from the community managers or Nexon America, I mean communication from the actual developers. Almost a month ago, Inkwell, the new MapleStory Global Head of Development, made a post outlining their promise to localize the game better, addressing regional issues and making improvements where they can, even if those aren't in MapleStory Korea. Link to that video also below. And so far there hasn't been any communication since. And again, feel free to let me know if you disagree, but I feel like most of the community feels this way. Everyone is getting more and more tired of this old school way of being a developer and a publisher. Not talking to your players is so 2003. Nowadays, developers, leads, even CEOs are all way more active on socials, creating blog posts or videos where they all outline balance changes, issues, they can discuss whatever they want. This is pretty common across the industry, except for Nexon in the West for some reason. There almost seems to be this disconnect between the CMs and Nexon because there is no modern way of talking about issues. It's gotten to the point where the CMs cannot provide the answers that the community is looking for, which just puts them in a very uncomfortable spot. I personally feel like the development team could have been using Nero's stunt to already share a glimpse of what they're working on, or mention one or a few of the points that Nero mentioned in his stream, even if they disagree, just to give more clarity on why things are the way they are. That would already have been a huge win and positive spin to this whole situation. But instead, they say nothing. Complete radio silence. And now it looks like a CM who was trying to manage the community got fired for mentioning that he understands where Nero's stunt was coming from. Not saying he agreed with it, just that he understood where it was coming from, which makes things even worse for Nexon's image. I honestly believe you cannot expect yourself to succeed in today's gaming climate if you don't talk to your players. This is the main issue that we're facing at the moment. Everyone else is seeing it except for Nexon, it seems like. And I feel like most of the people in this community want nothing more than to see that this game is actually doing well. However, this keeps coming back every year, that they just don't talk. that there's just one-way stream of communication, which is very unhealthy and in the long term could have some very negative impacts, like people leaving because there is no sign of actual improvement or communication. So that much for that topic. There also is this other thing, which is this new website. It looks amazing, feels snappy, and it's actually really nice overall, except for a few things. On the website you can see all MapleStory classes, how they are rated by their attack, defense, mobility and difficulty, and the video plays showing the class in action. And wow, both of those are really bad. It feels like someone who never touched the game was tasked to showcase the classes and just make up the ratings. But what do I put there? I don't know, man, just make some shit up. For example, all 3 Explorer Warriors have the exact same ratings, which doesn't make any sense. Paladins should have a higher defense rating, I think DK as well, with their lifesteal and invincibility frames, while heroes should probably have a higher attack rating. According to the website, Blaster is easier to play than Aaron. Yeah, right. Or the Nightwalker is rated as having the same defense and being easier to play than Nightlords. Nightwalkers have lifesteal, revive, iframes. I don't see Nightlords having that, of course not counting 6-job skills. It just doesn't make any sense. And the gameplay videos. Wow, they look like videos I made a few years ago when I never really played any class and didn't understand how anything worked. I remember Nexon giving me early access to the Hoyong class and I absolutely fumbled that because I just did not understand how the class worked. Well, all those videos kind of feel like that. The Illim gameplay footage doesn't even show him using his battery, which is like his main attack, his main thing. It's the thing that makes him unique. The Kinesis gameplay video is done on the map with hardly any monster spawn, and it looks like the person filming it is actually looking at the keyboard for which buttons to press. The Kane gameplay video is positively hilarious, where the person filming just uses one 5-job skill and then the basic attacking skill, while Kane has like 20 different attacks they could be showing off. There's a lot of inaccurate information as well, some of which has been fixed, that's great. But for example, it still says that 4-job skills and hyper skills can be used starting from level 10. I wish. So the question basically here is, why wasn't any of this properly reviewed? Feels like there's a huge disconnect here. If anyone from Nexon is watching, I want you to know that the entire community, we all care a lot about this game and we deeply care and we want to see it improved. Don't take these issues as something negative, but spin them in a positive way that helps both the players and yourself. Be humble, be open. Nero and the MapleStory community did not close the door on Nexon, but they reached out instead. So Nexon, if you're listening, take this opportunity to actually communicate, even if it's just for once. That's all I had for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I surely did not enjoy making it, and I hope I can just make some guide videos now and be happy about MapleStory. Many thanks for watching, and as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, Caudimorda, Wiley, BackspaceOTI, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Michael Menchaca, Raythius, Betrayal1489, Sylvio Neto, Afterlord, StrikerElk, Raar, Matthias Simonson, PC Game Life, The Passenger, Max Bernhardt, Scotty Flies Fast, Fecko, Only, Lord Fazil, Spats D. Kaiser, Dante Victory, Snafu Pop, Quinn, Dewey Tran, Sir Otter, Vake Botnet, Kani Wu, Migu, The Wolfsrake, Mathinyu Dev, Pretty Bang, Best Guild Luna, and Grogo. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!